Do you want claws for your minor shapeshift?
They're very noticeable, by the way.
Yeah.
And it helps you open up the whiskey bottles.
Well,
it does.
Sleestack kind of got claws anyway, so if you wanted to have those.
It's part of the...
disguise.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. That sounds good to me. I will use my... I can do it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can do it.
Be sure to copy paste that somewhere and mark down yours as claws.
Yeah, I've already put it. I'll put the first one down here.
Good man.
First one is...
No, I'm going to full retrieve now. I can do it. It's a very useful card.
It's a very nice card.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
see if I can do this with a plus 50. Yes. With
Yes,
a plus
you barely can.
Yep.
All right, you got claws now. Aha. You want them to look like Sleestack claws, or did you want them to look like Wolverine, or what?
Yeah, we're doing the Wolverine claws.
Get back in the trunk.
Okay.
Don't
So,
forget your
like,
sanity.
out of the fingers, or like out of the wrist?
I guess out of the fingers.
Are they retractable?
Well,
No.
that's part of the thing in it. That's
Yeah, you got to shapeshift them away. So he's stuck with them forever, pretty much. But he can still manipulate things since they're coming out of his fingers.
yeah. I was gonna say, or you could have them come out your knuckles, like Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah, would you rather have them out of knuckles?
Yeah, let's do that.
Made out of bones.
Yeah.
Make
So
a note of that.
Bone claw knuckles. Right.
Don't forget your sanity roll, by the way.
Yeah. Claws.
You guys may as well make one for when you finally go see him, because you will notice them.
Yeah.
You can't go. You can't avoid seeing your fellow players for the whole session, much as you'd like to.
Well,
After dead.
if you really want to do that, you also need to roll for the horns I've got coming out of my head, which we've been thinking of forgetting about for a long time.
What?
Actually, they may not see him now that you're dressed, because before you're dressed as a monkey, so you had
okay.
something on your head. Now you're a Sleestack, and you got one big horn.
Yeah.
So, Freddie, roll a d4 because you go crazy.
I'm okay on this. It's D0, isn't it? Yeah, 0.
0 if you make it, d4 if you fail, like Freddie did. He'll be fine, though.
Actually, does that go to shapeshifting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, I have not maxed that yet, but I'm on my way.
Freddie's working on getting there slowly, catchy monkey. Cool. So, where would you like to drive them to, Freddie? I'm just asking Freddie because he's got the steering wheel, which means he's currently winning.
Just around for the time. We'll go to the, how far is the hotel we were given access to?
Maybe 8-10 blocks.
Yeah, so let's go there.
You go there. Hotel's a bit of a generous. It's a flop house. This is the kind of place where... Actually, no. It'll be a hotel. Let's see. Let me find that bad boy for you.
Fits in with our crappy car.
And I'll make sure to park in the parking spot.
No problem.
Time.
Have you not parked in the parking spot?
You notice an odd advertisement nearby as you're parking. It looks like this. Yep.
Life.
How long does the old shapeshifting last for again? Is it
Indefinite, I believe.
Until you retract it back with the roll?
Yeah.
Cool.
Which was bad for Pete because he tried something with his feet, fumbled, and then was wheelchair bound for an entire adventure.
Only Pete.
Oh, I know how that feels. Gaping hole in my foot.
Yes. So, right. That's what you guys find. And it says on the hotel sign, it says check in to get murdered here.
Actually, yes. Instead of I'm gonna have instead of bone claws, I'm gonna have like bone knuckle dusters. So basically enlarged massive lumps on the
as long as they're noticeable enough to cause deep force and loss, I'm
Yep.
totally comfortable with that.
Sure.
No problem. Yeah, that'll keep them from catching on stuff, though. So
Yeah.
Basically, you got built-in brass knuckles now.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Right, you guys head over to your room. It's pretty sleazy place, and inside the room, not much better. It looks like the beds are unmade, possibly slept in. There's some old pizza boxes. It's not disgusting in here, but it could definitely use a bit of a clean.
I immediately start tidying up stuff.
Freddie is the maid. Okay, you guys clean up. Yeah, you make short work of it. You'd really like to get the sheets laundered and stuff like that at a minimum, but you have no idea where to get that done. Unless you want to pack them in the trunk with Kinley and find a laundromat. Kinley's still sitting in the trunk drinking and shit. Some guy comes up, just takes a picture of him, goes, "Hey!"
It's kid drinking whiskey in the back of the trunk.
Oh, yeah. I think it's got to be for some sort of game show or something. So
Yeah. What, the fat drunk kid?
Yeah.
With big bumpy knuckles.
Yeah.
All right, head over to the kitchen.
No problem. They've got a kitchen and whatnot. There's also an unlabeled door past the kitchen. You're not sure where that goes.
I'll check it out later.
Yeah.
I want to attempt to make cookies.
Okay. No problem. Give me a cooking roll. You're at a plus 20 because there's instructions on the cookie dough, and pretty much it's just putting them in the oven and doing that. And no problem. The place is on fire. It sprouts around Freddy.
I'm gonna. Yeah, no. This is the second time that I've written down a place.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're pretty sure it'll go on Freddy's bill.
Are you sure we're not related?
I'm gonna spend. Should I spend a reroll card or should I keep it?
I don't know. Can you put out the fire?
Spent 15 minutes cleaning this place up. It's kind of yours now, but it's up to you. I definitely wouldn't spend a hero point on it, but
Yeah, no.
Don't listen to him. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Ignore anything he says.
I try to put out the fire and clean up.
Sure. Give me a firefighting roll. You bash at it with some rags or something like that, and
Firefighting. That's just not approval.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a learn ×1 roll. Good news, you'll get a check and learn if you can pull this off. Bad news is the rags catch on fire too. You fling the burning thing away from you into the bed. The bedding goes up like kindling.
What, in the bed? Why is it? How is it cooking in the bedroom?
Don't ask questions.
The bedroom and kitchen are super close together, and there's just separate.
Oh, okay. Well,
really
I thought it was in another room. Then I immediately go help. I'll help put the power out.
Freddy just stands there smiling at you.
No. I grab like.
There's a fire extinguisher there.
Yeah, I'll grab the fire extinguisher.
It makes a weird noise, and it makes a ticking sound when you attempt to discharge. It goes.
Damn it.
It says it was last checked 37 years ago. The fuck is this?
Is there a bucket with just a bucket somewhere?
No. Meanwhile, outside, Kinley, as you're sitting there in the trunk, you see this guy ride by on this kind of bike, although he's a slee stack guy. So, good day. He tops his hat at you. Give me a spot hidden roll there, Kinley, as you're sitting there drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
It looks like your curtains are on fire. Interesting, you say, looking up into the window. Freddy appears to gasp, clutch his throat, falls over, Vince, from the smoke. What do you do?
Drop, duck, and roll. I try to get out of the house with him. Or, well, I drag his
Freddie,
body.
you're being drug out of the place and stuff after somebody rolled on top of you and over you and then got up and drug you out of the place.
Okay.
Freddie's being drug out, Kinley, as you're sitting there watching. It just shows Kinley not even moving, just drinking, watching.
The curtains are on fire, guys.
Yes, I know. Let me call the fire
It
department.
was Freddy's fault.
I went to the phone.
The phone's back inside of the apartment.
Is there no other phone in the damn hotel?
You begin running around looking for a phone.
I go to reception.
All right, no problem. You go into reception, and guy looks at you and goes, "Yes."
Yes, my friend started the fire. Please call the fire department.
He grabs the phone and begins calling the fire department. Which room are you in?
I'm giving the room number.
We have that registered to a Freddy fire starter.
Oh, Freddy. You been cooking again?
Surprisingly, it wasn't you this time.
To be fair,
Yes, but who will take the blame for this horrible? The
Freddy,
fire department
could you?
goes up, sprays down the place. They succeed in their firefighting role. So now there's a charred, blackened mass of what used to be a room, and they check it out, make sure nothing's still on fire, and then they fuck off back to wherever they came from. The guy from the room goes, "Friend started it, eh?" He looks at you.
I just pushed it.
Holding a picture.
Tell him what you did.
Freddy attempted to.
Tell him what you did. No.
No.
Tell him what you did.
I see, he says. Excuse me. He marches back to his office as Vince has apparently set you up. Vince gets hard.
I secretly hand Freddy $100.
Yeah, I'll do it.
It's gonna not. No.
No,
It'll cost a lot more than
I
that.
don't think 100 back.
A lot more than that. Come on.
That was all my money.
What about that gold I gave you the other day?
I don't have it on me. I do not carry around gold bars.
It was gold coins.
Oh, well, I don't carry around gold coins.
Why not?
So I'll put this on your debt then.
It's nearly noon. You're pretty sure that your debt is going to never see the light of day. So, nearly noon. You guys have managed to destroy a place. Kinley has drunk almost all of his whiskey and is looking annoyed that he's running out.
Dinner and a show.
You guys are sitting there in the parking lot looking at the gaping black kind of missing room that used to be yours. It partially burned each room on each side as well.
But we're not allowed to stay there anymore.
If only if we had some cookies.
You know, you could have bought a fucking packet of already baked cookies for like $2, big one. Anyway, that's not important right now. The important thing is that the guy in the office yells, "Phone for you, Mr. Freddy Firestarter."
I got an answer. All right. First of all, I didn't do it. Vincent did it.
That's not what we have for testimony from the guy who runs the place. We'll
He
just
wasn't
ask
even there.
We understand. He got eyewitness reports and stuff. We're just
No, he
gonna
doesn't.
tap.
There was literally no witnesses.
So,
Imagine this stalker out the window just watching us.
make a note that you owe an extra $5,000. So,
Vincent, get your butt over here.
I'm sorry, the reception's rather bad, so I'll have to talk to you later, says Henry Young and hangs up the phone. Make a note, Freddie, your debt has increased by $5,000.
Sorry, Freddie.
But Vincent owes me $5,000.
Sure.
We'll make that 4,900.
Mm. Well, you burned down part of a hotel chain. What would you like to do now?
Yay.
There you go, Freddie. I increased your reputation.
Hmm.
That is a plus.
So if you think about it like that, technically did you a favor. Trying to smooth talk my way out of this.
Another card for Vince. So, right. What do you guys want to do now?
I'm gonna just wait in the car.
What time are you waiting for?
Probably until the meeting is about to start. Like 5 p.m. We'll go there a bit earlier.
I don't go goofed.
Okay. You guys wait around until 5 p.m.
Let's go to the library now, so we're there early.
Have our burnt cookie pan and
No problem. You guys get to the library at 5 p.m. The library is closed.
You said it closed at 6.
Oh, you're right. No problem. You guys get there just a little bit early then. Oh. Yes. Okay. Right. What do you want to do at the library while you've got... at the desk, they have flyers that show the layout of the library, and they are free.
Ooh, I take one.
Chunk. Jump. There you go.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Ha 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 ha.
So much stuff. I don't do well with this kind of map.
I don't mind these maps.
They hurt my brain.
Let me just say, ha 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 ha.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to the librarian.
Is there any picture books for him?
Is there any what?
Any picture books for him? He doesn't do well with words.
Right, you guys see Kinley, they've gone into the library. Would you like to join them?
Yes.
Give me a maneuver roll, Kinley. The only reason I'm asking you for one is because the fat suit. It's super fat. You are gracefully dancing through the bookshelves with your massive bulk. You've now become used to it, apparently.
Do you now have a scented one?
I like it. It feels good.
No problem. Everybody give me a spot hidden roll. The lady says to Freddie, you wanted a picture book?
Yeah.
No. I'm here to register my overweight son, Alex, for the Overeaters. Overeaters meeting.
I overeat and drink.
Yeah, she has a serious problem.
She looks and goes, why does he smell like Robert Downey Jr.?
Oh, that's his.
Fireman.
That's my partner. I suggested to Vince. He has an interesting way of dealing with our son.
Our son.
At this point, you realize that you have become a couple. So, right. She says, well, there's tonight is the Halloween meeting. She points at the poster on the wall. Ta-ding. Next to it is, wait, let me double check that. Yep. There you go.
Great. Can we register for this event, please?
She is checking. She says, yes, you can. It's only for the children, though.
Yes. My son needs this.
She looks at your terribly big, fat, sleestack son and says, All right. She signs him up and says, he'll need to be here at 7 o'clock. You can drop him off between 6:30 and 7.
Great.
Hey, that's his time.
And when should we be back to pick him up?
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
He'll be staying at the library the whole night?
Yes, it's a lock-in, she says.
Ah, very interesting. What will you be doing here, if you don't mind?
I don't know. I'm not part of it. I'm just a librarian. It's run by a couple of other people and whatnot.
Can we talk to them? Do you know where they are?
They'll be here between 6:30 and 7.
Great. I'll look forward to meeting them.
They're the Haskills.
The Haskills.
The Haskills.
Think there's how to spell their name if anybody wants to know. Oh, yes. Let me see. I may have an article about what they do here. Oh, yes. Here you are. She hands you a copy of this. Ignore the part about Arkham. It's not fucking Arkham.
We like her.
Zoom in. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, eventually Arkham will make a resurgence. Don't you worry about that.
So it's not Haskell, it's Haskill.
Haskell.
Is that their name, Logan?
It's on the Roll20.
So it's not Haskell, like in the article.
Haskell.
Because in the article it's different, is what I'm saying.
God damn.
Aha.
You suck.
Hey. Either way. If you'd like to avail yourself of the library, you have a few minutes before closing, she says.
Hold on, I'm just reading this.
Matt, do you mind reading off the article for the viewers at home?
Fantastic. Couple confronts childhood obesity by Alvin York. Childhood obesity has more than tripled in the past 30 years. The prevalence of obesity among children aged 6 to 11 years increased from 6.5% in 1980 to 19.6% in 2008. The prevalence of obesity among adolescents aged 12 to 19 years increased from 5% to 18.1%. Centers for Disease and Control, CDC. The residents of this place, John and Carol Haskell, whatever it is, have taken up the fight against childhood obesity. John, an author with Horizons Publishing, and Carol, a certified nutritionist with the current university medical center, has formed a support group to help people of this area, teenagers, manage the hardships of obesity. The simply named Teen Overeaters, TO, meets every other Saturday at the Current Place Public Library. I've been where these kids are now, and it's hard. The loneliness, the teasing, the mocking, I get it. Teasing someone about their weight is the last form of bigotry that's still accepted publicly. says John Haskell. Carol and I just want to do what we can to help. When asked how they plan to help the kids, Carol responded with, "Nutrition is the key. Through nutritionist education, we plan to guide these kids to a place where they can satisfy their appetites healthily. Teen Overeaters is a step in the right direction in the battle against childhood obesity, but statistics shows that it takes more than good intentions in a library basement to dam the flood of obesity. The statistics on diet failure are just as staggering as obesity statistics. Although their hearts are in the right place, it is doubtful that teen overeaters will have any success with any of the kids that reach out to it. Parents and teens seriously about losing weight should invest their time into good old-fashioned healthy diets and exercise, and leave the hometown support groups those with less resolve." Ta-da!
Take a card. So,
Yay.
yeah. Doesn't look like there's a lot of staff in the library, probably due to budgetary cutbacks, which affect libraries. But you've got probably a half hour or less here. That's
Well,
a fair.
all right, I highly doubt, but I want to quickly look to see if there's anything about like a fidget spinner in the hand or a skull.
Looking in any books to try to find that will take much more time than the time you have available.
Yeah. Okay. Lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right.
So you guys see that you have full maps of the library as well, in case there's anything you wanted to check out.
Yeah.
Let me know. Otherwise, if you just want to loiter until it's time for you to get locked out of the library so you can get let in a little bit later, let me know.
Just looking at the map right now, really.
Excellent. Take your time.
Yeah, I'm also looking.
Freddie was expressing his appreciation of these sort of maps earlier.
I these up.
Does it have a?
Yeah.
Oh, go on, go for it. Go.
No, I would just want to suggest maybe we go to the quiet study.
Yeah, I was
corner
thinking
where
about that same.
we just discuss what we're gonna do next.
No problem.
Hey,
Tell it. Send it to hell.
God damn it.
Wait, is it a computer room? Is that real?
Yes.
Okay. Not gonna go there just yet.
Mm-hmm. Shows him masturbating hard in the computer room. Yeah. So you guys are in the quiet room just to discuss plans with each other. Got it.
Yeah. All right.
No problem.
Kenley,
There's nobody else in there.
Kenley, it seems like you might be in there alone. However, I do still have that trump of you, so I can get the two of us in there later if you need us.
Yes.
Freddie, give me an evidence analysis roll. How would you know if he needs you?
Bracelet, I'll make him use it.
He won't use it. You know that already. In fact, I don't even think he's wearing one.
No.
Kenley?
Well, I'm not.
No, are these bracelets like connected to the user, or can we just give and take back?
You're not sure how they work or anything like that. I mean, you know, if you press it in a certain way for a certain amount of time, then the like 3D screen pops up in the air. It's kind of cool. And then you got to type into it and shit without moving your wrist around too much because then the screen moves and that's frustrating. So, Freddy, long and short, you have absolutely no way of knowing he's in trouble.
Unless I just periodically Trump call him.
Oh, yes. I'm sure that having a large three-dimensional image of you appear in the air wouldn't
Yeah, I know.
Why don't we just try and, I mean, you might be able to get in somewhere close by and then hide. I mean, it's a library, it's a pretty big place. Or try and sneak in later when they lock up.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you just used the bracelet.
No!
Let's just hide in the bathroom.
Don't do demon boxes, you know that.
Which are you?
I thought you got over your fear of that.
It's called roleplay. I've never liked demon boxes and I never will. I refuse to use them on principle.
I get confused when they say demon boxes.
Well,
I feel sorry for these kids. They could lose a lot of weight tonight when they're running for their lives.
you know, I might be able to persuade the Pascals, since this is your first time, for your parents to attend the meeting to make sure everything goes well, that you're not in any discomfort, see what it's about. They might let us attend.
Are they seriously going to think you're adopted, I guess? I think we're going to have to go with adopted.
Yeah.
Listen, you're my son. That's the end of it.
Nice.
Freddy's lost a lot of sanity, reflects Kinley.
Now the real question is Freddy the housewife or is he the...
Or are you the housewife? That is the real question, because you're apparently a couple now.
I need to discard. And this switch is over.
Just put it underneath the map somewhere into the darkness.
Does anyone have crap they don't want?
The crappiest card I have is a +5 to any skill.
Sure. Take
I figured you guys would enjoy the kids' room. Yeah.
take it.
I got an assistant +5.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'll give you.
That's a nice.
I'll give you something for the assistant +5. Just get rid of it after.
Yeah.
Here you are.
I also got support to reroll.
I'm gonna play. I'll be a Great Wizard someday. Okay, so check that.
Anywhere underneath the maps is fine.
Yeah, oh, whoops. Okay. There. It's in the black now, so I can't see it.
Okay. So we all know that these fat fighter weirdos are the bad guys, and we're going to end up killing them. But we need to find out why.
So you want a reason to kill a bunch of fat children?
No. I'm talking about these Haskell guys. They're obviously nasty and bad, and they're going to need to die, and I'm going to need to sacrifice one of them. But before that happened...
Sounds like an excuse.
Before that happens, let's find out why. I'd like to know why. Has any weird shit with these fight fat people been like happening before? Kids disappearing, kids miraculously getting really skinny really quickly. Let's look into them. We need to look into these guys.
Well, you did have plenty of time to do that before Freddie made you guys sit in the car motionless for literally 5 hours.
Why?
He wanted to cut to closer to the time that
You
you're at
didn't say you wanted to do anything.
when you've got about 20 minutes left till the meeting. So you're going to have to think on your feet because he has amped up the difficulty.
When did I fucking say that? I didn't say that.
Thank you,
did.
Freddie.
Freddie did. It's Freddie's fault because everything's Freddie's fault.
Sounds about right.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we're here now.
It's kind of an off-topic question. How much gold did I get from Freddie? I mean, or well, what? You know, how much would that relate? Or try for?
You got to keep careful track of your possessions, sir.
Yeah, it's not
It's a certain number of gold pieces, and then they're worth different amounts depending on where you go to.
yeah. Well, I'll look it out later.
We'll call it 2 until you find out how many. That way you've got more than 1.
All right. Can I
So-
do some?
Go
Yeah.
on, Vince. You were getting ready to say something really smart.
All right. Can I do some quick research on the?
No time for love, Dr. Jones. You can do other things, but you know that there's literally not enough time to research in the ancient card catalog system. And in fact, since the tech is so bad, it might chew up most of your time to even get the computers warmed up and shit. The old
Alright.
giant vacuum tubes crackle to life and stuff. So did everybody get a good look in the maps? Is there anything special you wanted to do?
We acclimatized this place.
This is the city that the detective agency is in. So if you're acclimatized to the city that the young detective agency is in, then yes, otherwise no.
I guess that's a no then.
I
Few
mean,
more
I've,
places.
I've spent a lot of time here, so I'd probably
Yeah, I suspect you are, Freddie. You've done a lot of fucking cases for that guy.
Do we know who the town gossip is then?
Oh, I can ask around.
You probably don't even have time to get to them. Anything that you're going to do will be wandering around in the library because it's only got 20 minutes or so until, yes, Freddie increases difficulty. But on the other hand,
We arrived
Right.
at 5.
Okay. All right.
you might be able to do more than one mod today, too. You could take them to the big hole if you wanted,
Well,
Freddie.
It looks like we are now, considering we've just rushed straight for the clitoris. Right.
Exactly.
Let's use the 20 minutes for the library shuts. We'll find somewhere well that you guys can hide, and then we have to do any stupid things with the
Is there a
trumps.
toilet? Is there a bathroom?
Yeah, head to the bathroom.
There's better places to hide, but yes, you could just do the bathroom if you wanted.
No one's gonna go look for anybody in there. So
Probably
maybe, but
about like a janitor's closet or something. No one will fucking go in there till later, much later tonight.
Where on the map specific? Everything's on the map, guys.
I know. I'm looking through the list, but I'm asking you because I can't seem to see it.
Oh,
This is called something else,
might be.
and it's not very good quality. I can't. It's hard to read this.
it's pretty blurry.
Yeah. That's because Freddie asked for specifically a more blurry map.
Picture books reference.
Picture books.
Also, anything that is darker gray is not a normal public room. The darker gray stuff, with the exception of library director's office, is generally unlabeled on the maps. So pick your poison specifically of where you'd like to be, because now on the upper level, the things in darker gray, you can like see down. Like, wait, no, you can't. Oh, yes, you can. No, you can't. Maybe you can. No, you can't. What a
What's
shitty.
the most boring thing on this list? What's the one thing that's going to be just fucking absolutely dead, and they might even just forget about it because no one even goes there? So they'll be like, "Oh, we're not even going to go and check that section because no one fucking goes to that section."
History.
Freddy, I have everything on incognito window and it still froze up briefly.
Damn it.
Aha,
Oh,
the art gallery. That's where we should go.
Time, Freddy. The art gallery. There you go. You
One-
guys head there. There's nobody there. And it's got all these different kids' pictures, including a picture of what has become known as the skeletal hand with the fidget spinner by
Oh, good.
missing shit.
Aha.
Or Jack Parker. Yeah.
Okay. And that's the only one with the skeletal hand?
Yeah.
Is there like a name that we can reference the skeleton hand by on the art gallery?
Jack Parker?
Oh, is that what it's?
That's the guy who made it. If you're asking what's the name of the art piece itself, unfortunately, the small boy did not think to name his art piece.
Gotcha.
So, Kinley, you
You
want
guys
us
probably hide here, you're thinking.
you want us to hide here, and then what?
Well, in the interest of not splitting up the party,
Mm-hmm.
while the obviously important shit goes on, I suggest you keep and observe and stay out of the way, but listen in, and in the right moment when things starts going fucking pear-shaped. Oh my god, I've got a great card. What do I get rid of? I just got a nope.
Oh, wow.
I've got a round revision. Do you feel lucky? A clogging greed and a +10 damage. I'm gonna have to give up the +10 damage.
Do you feel lucky?
What?
I
That's a
have
great card.
It's not.
Double crit range.
Is it double crit range?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the.
Well, you could trade you could trade like the nope or round revision to one of these guys if they got any space.
I can't trade. I've got 5 cards. I've got to discard before I try.
No, you can trade and then discard.
You can trade and then discard.
I thought you always had to. Okay, who's got a shit card then?
I guess Helpful Librarian's pretty crappy, but it's the crappiest card I have.
Yeah, that's pretty shit. Alright, let me give you the round revision, because that's just going to help the whole team, and then throw your other one away.
Yeah.
No problem. Now, the only tricky part for these two, if they're wanting to stick close and all that, is not right now, but in the future, they'll have to make stealth rolls so that they don't haha, we're sneaking around and keeping an ear and an eye on you guys, which, may or may not be tricky. So what I'm going to do is, because I know that Kinley's going to pretty much go with anything that's going on, is I'll just narrate it from the other two guys' point of view. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So let me get off of this page so you guys have access to that page. And right, you guys go and hide. Fatty hangs out where? Where do you want to hang out there, Kinley? Outside? Waiting till, because when it gets time to close up, the librarian gets everybody out, and she says, don't worry, they'll let you back in. Where are your mom and dad?
Nah.
Both of you guys give me a stealth roll as the librarian searches the library to make sure that because she thinks you're still in here, so she's searching. Both of you guys are the worst fucking stealthers ever. You're caught by the librarian and evicted from the library.
Damn it.
You're being let out. You see the fat kid shaking his head at you guys like you are the worst people ever.
Here, let's quickly go back in the back door and hide again.
Okay, when she kicks you out the front door, then you guys are going to run around to the back and try to get in? Is that what
Yeah.
All right, no problem.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it really isn't. She just shakes her head. All three of you get put out the front door. The fat
Oh,
sleep.
really? What about him?
I was already outside.
Oh yeah.
They put
Why is
no,
he
the
being
librarian
kicked out?
pulls them in and pushes them out.
Why
no,
is he being kicked out?
Because
They found you hiding.
No,
well,
why is Kinley? Why is Kinley being?
Because they shut in the library, but then they reopen it when
Okay, so
they
you
get.
stay there then.
So I'm staying here. I'm standing at the front.
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing.
Okay.
I was seeing you guys. I've literally stood there. They went, "Where's your parents?" I don't know. She's gone back in, turfed you out. You run back. I'm still just standing there.
Sitting there with empty whiskey bottles.
Right.
Logan, before I forget,
Yeah.
the title for this should be "Worst Parents Ever."
I like it. I like it. Take a card there, Kinley. Let me make a note of that. They are not good parents.
That's because we're not your parents.
Well, funny thing is that you've become his parents.
Don't
So
run away from your responsibility.
Oh no, you're in Mexico.
take a card, Freddie. All right. So now you go over to the back and it says emergency exit, alarm sounds when opened, and it's locked.
All right, can I? I'm gonna do two things. Actually, I guess I'm gonna do one thing first. I want to try to disable the alarm.
All right, sure. You have any pieces of wire and shit like that to try to bridge the gap of the alarm?
I pull out a Leatherman. Yeah, this may help.
It gives you a Leatherman, but you need wire. You need something to make the connection, because essentially all you're going to do is run a wire to this end and a wire to this end, and then open the door by the length of the wire and try to slip in, if somebody can actually pick the lock.
All right, I'll be right back, and I head to the car.
All right, plenty of wires in the car. You pop open the hood and pull out some wires. Give me
Hey, what rule?
electronic repair. Hopefully you won't get anything too vital out of there.
It's fine. It'll all be fine later.
Or if you want, you can take electronic repair plus. Oh wait, you failed it. Cool, no problem. You pull out some wires and then you run back around and you see Freddie looking like, "Hey, where'd you get the wire?" And you're like, "Right." Do you have security systems, Laura? You can use that to support your electronic repair and bridging.
I'll use security systems, Laura.
No, you do security. I'll do the electronics. As I don't trust you.
How much did you own that car, Freddie?
That's
It
fine.
just shows horrible stuff happening inside the car now that it's missing some vital things. Okay, you're at a plus 5% chance there, Freddie, for doing your electronics thing.
Do
you know
I
what?
Yeah?
Sorry, I was going to say, if I was Freddie, I would build up my fucking mechanic skill as quickly as possible.
I'm trying.
I fixed this fucking thing that some other PC did to fuck my car up.
Oh, yeah.
What? Do I need to pick the lock first or do this first?
If you do this first, when you pick the lock, it won't go off.
Okay. Yeah.
So, go gadget. Oh, yeah, that's great. Now go ahead and give me a lock picking roll.
All right, lock law to support myself.
Okay.
Made it. +5. Too lazy to do. Is this mechanical or electronic?
Mechanical.
Okay.
You have lock picks, by the way, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. He picks it, and as long as you don't open it more than about this big, which it's a good thing you don't have Kinley with you because he's a little fat right now, you should be fine. So you guys open it up a little bit, you squeeze it in, then you take the wire back. So now the bad thing is if you need to go out suddenly, the alarm will go off. But it's from this end, it's not locked. It's a push bar. So you just push the bar, and then the door flies open, and the alarm goes off. You guys head back into the library. Aha. And let's see. Vince, give me a luck roll as you're heading in.
Ooh.
Critical.
Ooh.
Right. You see the librarian lady with her purse disappearing out the front door. She stops and talks to the kid who goes, she's like, and the kid's like nodding and stuff. And then she goes, and she pats him on the head next to his horn. And then she goes off to her car and gets in it and drives off. She stops, comes back, gives Kinley some papers, talks to him a bit, and then gets in her car and drives off. Kinley, she left you with the list showing that you're now on the list because, since you're going to be waiting anyway. So, right, cut to later. You guys are watching from the window and stuff, hiding behind books. Now, you're going to be at a small bonus from hiding and shit in the library because there's a lot of crap, as you saw from the maps and stuff like that. So, Kinley, you see a white panel van pull up. It's a windowless in the back panel van, older one, and a man and woman slee stacker gang out. Your first thought when looking at the van is pedo special, okay? It doesn't say free candy on the side, but goddamn close to it. And then the guy comes over and they're talking to their wife and they walk up to Kinley and they're like, what are they? And they're like, wow, he's a big one. And then they take the list and they're like, oh, and they pat him on the head. And he's like, give me an acting role to be a convincing kid. If you have mimicry, that will also help with the kid's voice as opposed to a hard drinking fucking Irishman. Okay, yeah, the acting is great. You got mimicry for your different voice? He's like, and they're like, look at each other like, the fuck is that?
It's been a hard childhood.
That's what the whiskey does to your throat.
Give me a fast talk roll, Kinley, to overcome your shitty mimicry.
My father's made me eat lots of bars of soap.
They go, oh, right. So,
and then they would stick toilet brushes down my throat to clean.
They want you to go inside the library and wait for the other children. The parents look at each other like, fucking horrible people raised him, and you guys both feel vaguely guilty. Between 6:30 and 7, several other parents drop off their chunky kids at the library. While a few kids walk to the library without their parents. There are a total of 14 kids that show up. And then you, both of you guys give me stealth rolls at plus 10% because you've got a lot of shit to hide behind and stuff. If you blow this, one of the kids spotted you and went, oh, look, there's people hiding here, etc. Wow, you guys actually managed to pull it off. So happy that you didn't have the librarian pop up from behind you dressed like Rambo and kick you out. So they lock the front door of the library and lead you guys in, lead the kids in, and right, they take you guys over to the. They take all the kids over to the community room where it looks like they're serving red Kool-Aid, rice cakes, and they've got fun games and activities and stuff. And Kinley, I'm going to send you a message.
This is your life
right. Vince, you see Freddy put on a mask at this point of the Flash.
All right.
Be about just 2 minutes.
What?
I'll
He
be
said
about
he'll
2
be
minutes.
back.
Oh. And there's something. I think I know what Matt's going to do, but I don't want to speak for him.
I certainly don't know what he's going to do.
I drink it. I just keep drinking. It's like, oh, it's a lovely punch.
Okay. Eventually, they give you after looking shocked for a while, they give you a small bottle to just drink straight from. It's a small unlabeled bottle, and they're like, "Could you drink this?"
Sure.
Right. They're looking at each other. All the other kids are going to sleep. They're like, "Should kick in at any minute."
Yeah,
Feeling
that's
okay?
I'm feeling great.
Right. Give me a listen roll, Kinley. They go off to talk to themselves.
Yeah.
Give me a listen roll at -20, Vincent.
I'll be fine. Listen, you said?
There you go, Matt.
Listen. Yeah, I don't hear it.
Cool.
Fat kid snoring.
Oh, wow. I feel tired.
Look at him.
Oh.
My God, Vincent. Kinley seems to have gone unconscious from something all sudden like. Right. Now, at this point, they begin, some of the kids are still conscious. Most of them are unconscious, and they begin carrying them down into the basement. All the kids and both parents gather around Kinley. Okay, on 3, everybody remember, lift with your legs, not your back. The kids are like, 1, 2, ah! Oh my God, he's heavy. Kids are whining and stuff. And they're taking him off down to the basement and whatnot. Vince watches them go. All right.
Nice.
No problem. They have hauled all the unconscious kids, including the fattest one, away. And yeah, you don't see them, Vince.
All right.
What do you do?
I sneakily go to the janitor's closet if there is one near.
There is one near. Yes, that could have even been where they went.
Is there like a crappy janitor's clothes on, or is there like a set of?
There isn't, but it does have the usual janitorial supplies, toilet paper, paper towels, mop heads, garbage bags. But within is another door, like inside the closet is another door marked electrical.
Ooh. No. All right. I carefully open that.
They've gone in here, but you don't see them.
Yeah. Wait, am I following where they went, or?
You'd think so.
All right. I examine the electric box, or.
Oh no, it's a whole door. It's a human door.
All right. I open it up, I guess.
No problem. Freddy's hanging out with you. He's gone into the janitor's closet, and inside's another door marked electrical. He opens that up. Inside, the walls of the room are lined with junction boxes that are wired to everything electrical in the library. There's a large rubber mat on the entire floor, presumably to keep people from being electrocuted. Both of you two give me a spot hidden and an electric repair roll if you make the spot hidden roll.
I'm going to spend a reroll.
Shows Vincent attempting to blind himself, and Freddy's like, "No, think of your eyes." And he's got knives. He's like, "I don't need them."
Wow. All right.
All right. You don't see shit, but you notice Freddy goes, "Oh." You notice, Freddy, that there's a single wire that's plugged into one of the fuse boxes, and it inexplicably goes under a rubber mat on the side of the mat. It just goes from like the wall into the floor for whatever reason.